27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Good Morning Grenada for today, Monday, the 26th day of August. It's a good day to have a good day today. Wake up and live, wake up and shine. I'm on the wake up list this morning and I'm so thankful, yeah? Good morning to all the farmers and fishermen of the nation. All the vendors. Now vendors, ensure when you're purchasing from an authentic farmer, right? If you find the price of something is just too low, you gotta check twice. Where did you get this from? Huh? Know your farmers. Okay, vendors? Because I can tell you the RGPF, the Pretty and Larceny Task Force, they'll be working hard. Yeah. As I journey to this distant land. Reaching out and saying good morning to all the wonderful folks via our WhatsApp and Facebook platforms. Yeah. Eulin is in the building. So too is Cicely Blackman. Lydia Cameron is there. Mary E. Banks. Good morning, Valerie Farray and the family. Good morning to you all. How are you doing? Tyler, behave. Fireworks coming, right? Walande Quad, good morning. Mildred Smith, good morning to you, and Shem, hope you all are doing fine. Yulin. Monica Miros Williams, good morning to you, and Daddy Godwin, how are you doing? 25 minutes on to 7. It's classic on a Monday morning. Huh? We are living in serious times. Real serious times. Man, know thyself. Know Jesus your Savior. Gigi Giles, good morning to you. Denzo. Daphne and Sylvie, morning. Praise his name. Hallelujah. And let the heathen bow their heads in shame. From down in the valley to the mountain top. Let us. Good morning, Debbie and family. The Sandersons, good morning. Kitty Cat, good morning to you. Ariel and Aldwin. The folks at Bacolet. Crowshoe, good morning. Pomero's Latant. Apretute, Bellevue. Stay by 8B Live. The Maxon family, good morning to you all. Sylvina Charles, good morning. Rose Forrester Brizan, good morning to you. Denzo. Folks, let's do the word of the day. And the word of the day is Maelstrom. Maelstrom. M-A-E-L-S-T-R-O-M. Maelstrom. It is a noun, and what it means a restless, disordered, or tumultuous state of affairs. Maelstrom. Here's how we can use the word in a sentence. The sudden economic downturn created a financial maelstrom that affected businesses worldwide. That is true. That is so very true. COVID, oh my goodness. There are businesses who are still trying to recover from COVID. Yeah. Especially the small businesses, the bars and the small restaurants and so forth. Oh my goodness. What a blower. But God is good. God is good, and we will prevail. Yeah, we'll overcome that. Don't watch that. 23 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We're heading into the motivational tip of the day. Yeah, my pride. Yeah, my pride. And it says, with the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. That's how it's supposed to be, but some folks, man, they keep dwelling on yesterday's incidents. How can you go forward when you stay in the past? Yesterday is gone. Gone for good.
Thank you for another day.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do. Just say thank you.
Please hear my prayer.
22 minutes on to 7 o'clock. All the busmen of the nation, what up, and the bus HD390, always locked on. Zai is always there, red hot. Good morning to you, red hot on your passengers. All the buses coming down over the Grande Tang, be careful. Those of you coming down on the western side, those of you living Sauters to Grenville, good morning to Martin, the Boopy. What's up, bro? Those living Grenville passing through St. David into St. George, good morning. The Bolio buses, good morning. Good morning to the folks inside of Mount Parnassus, Miss Ann Phillip, good morning to you. How do you do? Tanti Marcy, Keisha, Khalid, the folks at Care Bears, good morning.
Thank you for the breath I breathe.
Let's head on to the health tip of the day, the nutritional health tip.
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water, keep the body.
Having a diet that is high in sugar can negatively affect your body. A diet containing too much sugars can lead to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, reduced good cholesterol, obesity, heart disease, and even high blood pressure. According to healthdirect.gov.au, naturally occurring sugars are sugars that come from natural or organic foods such as the lactose present in milk, fructose present in fruit and honey, glucose found in fruits and vegetables, and maltose found in wheat and barley. On the other hand, added sugars are sugars that are added to a food during manufacturing or food preparation process. These sugars are added by manufacturers for many reasons, including to make food taste sweeter, extend its shelf life, or to improve its appearance. Sugar is a carbohydrate used by the body as a source of energy. When we consume too much sugar, the body uses what it needs and stores the rest for later in the muscles and other parts of the body as fat. The body processes most added sugars quickly, either immediately for energy or it is sent directly to the liver for fat storage. When we eat too much added sugars, the body's blood glucose level drops quickly. This is known as a sugar crash, which makes you irritable and hungry and leaves you craving more food. The body does not need added sugar to function properly, as some foods containing added sugar contribute additional calories and little to no nutrients and unhealthy fats. Food and drinks may contain a combination of natural sugars and added sugars. Examples of added sugars are brown and granulated sugar, corn sweetener, corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup, honey, malt sugar and molasses, and sugar molecules ending in ose, such as dextrose, fructose, glucose, lactose, maltose, and sucrose. It is advised that you eat added sugar in moderation, but limit your consumption of foods that contain refined or processed sugars such as sodas and sweetened beverages and juices, cakes and cookies, candies and confectionaries. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
Rolls ring a bell? Yes, they keep the body working.
This is the day.
Definitely it is.
So let us rejoice and be glad in it.
I want to reach out and say a very special happy birthday to Shakira George of Munich. You're celebrating your birthday today. Ladies don't like their dead numbers to show, right? And your mom, Petlin, is wishing you an enjoyable day together with your daughter, Tavia, and your brothers and sisters, and also the entire home circle. Happy birthday to you, Shakira.
Thank you, Jesus.
I know your dad will celebrate with you as well, right? Good night. It's 18 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Let's see what's buzzing quickly. Buzzing this morning. All right, let's see what's buzzing. Buzzing this morning, we've got... Okay, police investigating a fatal stabbing.
Oh, yes.
This one is touching, man. This guy is such a struggler. He's fighting. He's determined to make it, man. I don't know the circumstances, but oh my goodness. I feel for you, Mom.
Hear my prayer.
In the region, Montserrat sets nomination day for October 10. Internationally, Harris and Trump gear up for grassroots campaigning this week. And in sports, West Indies 2-0 in the T20 series against South Africa. They had a nice victory yesterday. Also, CWI confirms single nomination for vice president role. You'll have more of these in the morning edition of news. Good morning to all the doctors of the nation. Dr. Dolan Noel, good morning to you, bro. You and the family, good morning. Dr. Keith Johnson, Dr. Batiste, Hensley Batiste, Dr. Bernard, Dr. Devon Francis, Dr. Francis Martin. Who am I leaving out now? Good morning, all the doctors. All the nurses, too. Nurse Pierre at the intensive care unit, you and your team at the General Hospital. Good morning, good morning. Nurse Maxwin, good morning to you. Peter Joseph, good morning. Joseph Ross, good morning. Dr. Love, Jeremy Christopher, good morning, bro. Catherine Phillip, good morning. Veronica Sandy, good morning. Judy Lewis, good morning. Hope you all have a wonderful day now. I'll try to do my best. And once I give myself. Folks, this is where we take the break. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the weather coming up. Stick and stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.
Thank you for the privilege.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Monday, August 26th, 2024. Coming up in the news, police investigating fatal stabbing. In the region, Montserrat sets nomination day for October 10th. Internationally, Harris and Trump gear up for grassroots campaigning this week. And in sports, West Indies defeats South Africa in the second T20 International, and the CWI confirms a single nomination for vice president role. We've got the details to this and more after these messages.
Enjoy your summer.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
A good morning with the news in detail. I am Gordon Joseph. Police are investigating a stabbing incident which occurred on Saturday, 24th August 2024 at Marian in St. George, resulting in the death of a 26-year-old male resident of that community. Preliminary investigations indicate that the victim was involved in an altercation with another man at his shop when he sustained injuries to his left forearm and neck. He was subsequently pronounced dead by a medical doctor. A post-mortem will be conducted to determine the cause of his death. One man is in police custody assisting with investigations into this matter. Meanwhile, the RGPF ups the ante on its crime-fighting abilities as it invites applications from suitably qualified males who are interested in becoming members of the police force. Requirements for applications are: you must be of good character and good health, physically, mentally, and psychologically, must be between the ages of 18 and 35, must have attained at least 4 CXE or CSEC passes, including English. Interested persons who meet these requirements are asked to submit a written application and curriculum vitae in person to Police Headquarters for George St. George or via the email phqtypingpool@rgpf.gd. That's phq typing, typing, pool @rgpf.gd. Applications must be submitted no later than Friday, 30th August 2024. Still on the local front, Accountant Hyacinth Jeremiah to serve on the body of the Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee, which is responsible for looking into the financial spending of the government of Grenada. He replaces Randy Lewis, who rescinded his appointment to serve on the body on May 20th, 2024. Jeremiah is a forensic accountant with over 32 years of experience in assurance, tax, fraud investigation, and consultancy services. Jeremiah was a senior internal auditor at the CARICOM Secretariat in Guyana and is also a certified chartered accountant, certified internal auditor, certified fraud examiner, and forensic CPA. He is a member of the Council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of the Eastern Caribbean, Grenada branch. And finally, on the local scene, residents of Carriacou and Pitimartinique are informed that the Registry of Birth, Death and Marriage will be open to collect applications on Monday, August 26, 2024, from 9:30 a.m. up to 12 noon. Collections will take place at the Resource Center in Hillsborough. That's the local news. Stay with us. The regional roundup and international developments, together with the sports and the weather, are forthcoming. It's 9 minutes away from 7 o'clock. At this time, we join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional News Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabrol with the latest from across the Caribbean.
In Barbados, the bitter leadership battling. From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabrol with the latest from across the Caribbean.
In Barbados, the bitter leadership battle in the opposition Democratic Labour Party reached a high point over the weekend as the party staged its annual conference. Supporters of expelled President Dr. Ronnie Yearwood and General Secretary Steve Blackett took over Saturday's first business day of the conference and placed the motion before the membership for their reinstatement. Dr. Brathwaite then addressed the gathering.
And I tell you today that I will stand with you. We will do this together, because what you have shown me today is that I will never walk alone. I will never walk alone.
Meanwhile, opposition leader Ralph Thorne appeared with acting President Andrew Worrell after an early suspension of Saturday's session of the conference to dismiss the announced reinstatement of the expelled officers. He also condemned the continued disruption of the conference by what he called the renegade members.
We resumed the conference, and as soon as we resumed the conference, under the watch of the Barbados Police Service, the commotion began again. The singing, the chanting, the disturbance, and the two expelled members then presented themselves and walked into the hall and were greeted by those what I call renegade persons, whose decision it was today, a deliberate decision to disrupt this conference, to disturb this conference, and to breach the peace.
And yesterday's final day of the DLP conference saw a number of leading party members barred from entering the venue. Among them, chair of the party's youth arm, Tyra Trotman, whose group had earlier condemned the expulsion of the president and the general secretary.
What message is this sending to the youth? Because I am the leader of the youth arm of this party, make no mistake. So how am I being excluded from entering the premises of the Democratic Labour Party on a day as important as this day, the annual conference? It's not right.
Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown has announced his willingness to dialogue with the country's criminal gangs. Prime Minister Brown told a weekend radio audience this is among the measures he is willing to take as the country battles a spike in violent crimes.
If they want to engage me as a representative, as a Prime Minister, I will make myself available, because we also want to focus on rehabilitation. It's not that we want to go and put them away in jail. But if you're going to fight us and you're going to put all kind of foolishness out there, they're going to purge the society and so on, then all you're going to do is expose yourself to the wrath of law enforcement. Because if you're going to take any such rhetoric to law enforcement and point any firearm at them and so on, they take it all out. So I want to appeal to them to make themselves available for dialogue.
In Dutch St. Martin, 4 political parties have formed a coalition to run the country for the next 4 years. They have also committed themselves to electoral reform, especially to minimize the collapse of future coalitions due to individual political preferences. They have already agreed that incumbent Prime Minister Luz Mercelina and incumbent Parliamentary President Sarah Westcott Williams will retain their portfolios. Ms. Westcott Williams says the coalition partners will address several issues.
We are committed, and I am very much committed to pursuing this sometimes elusive matter of electoral reform. The issue of independent declarations of members of parliament and the effect on a government.
Outgoing Premier of Montserrat, Joseph Farrell, is promising that his Movement for Change and Prosperity MCAP party will break the pattern of one-term governments on the island when general elections are held on October 24th this year. Taylor Farrell, who has given up the leadership of MCAP but will run as one of its candidates, made a prediction as he announced the election date.
Montserrat have had the experience of instability for the past 25 years. Every 5 years, as I said, we go to the polls and we change government. However, with your help, we are about to break the spell of confusion and doubt and false promises. I can boldly say today that this government is on its way to breaking that trend. And come October 24th, we will have a second term as MCAP government.
The upcoming polls are expected to be a hotly contested fight involving MCAP, the People's Democratic Movement PDM of outgoing opposition leader Paul Lewis, and the United Alliance of former Premier Reuben Meade.
The Bahamas is examining several proposed agreements and analyzing the security and environment in Haiti before deploying 150 soldiers there as part of a United Nations-backed security mission. The Bahamian soldiers are expected to help train Haiti's Coast Guard to secure national ports and intercept drugs and arms traffickers along the coast. The Bahamas' Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell says the review of the proposed agreements is aimed at protecting the rights and responsibilities of the relevant parties.
There are agreements which have to be signed, like a status of force agreement. Status of force gives the protections, the legal protections as to who is responsible for what in terms of, let's say there's some faux pas or faults by the soldiers who are there. What are their protections? What are their immunities?
Flag-waving crowds lined the streets of Dominica yesterday during an official motorcade for returning Olympic gold medalist Thea Lafond. Lafond, who won the women's triple jump in the recent Paris Olympics to give Dominica its first ever Olympic medal, was also given a welcome home ceremony at the Douglas Charles Airport.
Words cannot begin to describe how proud I am of this country. Beyond this medal, I have had the opportunity to truly present us to the world. And it is not anything new, but the ability to showcase it to the world, that feeling has been unmatched.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And looking further afield, Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, entered the weekend energized from their national convention and look to keep up their momentum. The campaign announced Sunday that it raised $82 million during the convention last week, with the best hour coming after Harris delivered her acceptance speech Thursday night. Former President Donald Trump and his running mate Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio have planned several events in swing states this week, while Harris and Walz will embark on a bus tour of Georgia. That's all the international developments at this time. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Cricket lights it up. As we told you earlier, West Indies now has an unassailable 2-0 lead in the 3-match series against South Africa, and we're talking T20. They had a convincing victory yesterday in the second of 3 matches. And, of course, Guyanese pacer Shamar Joseph again starred with the ball. Convincing batting from the batters as well, but nonetheless, we will give you a more comprehensive report in our midday edition. Still in cricket, Cricket West Indies will hold an election for the vice president on September 20th, 2024. This follows the recent judicial decision from the High Court of Guyana regarding the vice president's election, which has led to Mr. Azim Basarath vacating the position. The close of nominations, Mr. Basarath is the sole candidate, having been nominated by the Jamaica Cricket Association and the Leeward Islands Cricket Board. The nominations were circulated as customary, and every territorial board, which constitutes the shareholders, was adequately notified. CWI is being guided by its Articles of Association in conducting this election to ensure the process is handled with the highest standards of democratic principles and transparency. The upcoming election will provide a timely resolution to the current vacancy of the office of the Vice President and reinforce CWI's commitment to fair governance. That's the sport at this time. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, neighbor. Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me. How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster at the Met Office of the MBIA, Fimby Frank. Good morning, Fimba.
Hey, good morning. Let's jump right into it. It's a fair morning with the winds blowing from the east-southeast at 14 miles per hour. The wind is the pressure is above the mean, and it's rising at 15.1 millibars. Present temperature 28.5, Orange 81%. Maximum temperature here within the last day went up to 29.6. While the minimum temperature last night was 26.9. Please note, all temperatures are in Celsius. In terms of the rain here, within the last day, we had 28.5. Hence, for the total so far, that goes up to 148.6 millimeters of rain. But this is only for the airport. Now let's take a look at the forecast for the day and the nighttime. The weather expected to be partly cloudy with some brief showers in the morning and the night, more so in the nighttime than the morning. Maximum temperature should get up to near 32.5 degrees. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, but becoming near calm at times. Seas should be slight, with waves getting up to near 4 feet. Tides are rising now, should be high just about 9 o'clock, then low this afternoon near 2 o'clock. Sunset, 6:21. Sunrise on Tuesday, 5:56. Just to recap the forecast followed for the day and for the nighttime. The weather expected to be partly cloudy with some brief showers in the morning and then again during the night. But like I said, there's a greater chance of the showers during the nighttime. That's from the Met Office, from Frank.
Thank you, Fimba. Have yourself a great day now.
All right, same to you.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited. It's 5 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Police investigating fatal stabbing. In the region, Montserrat sets nomination day for October 10th. Internationally, Harris and Trump gear up for grassroots campaigning this week. And in sports, West Indies 2-0 in the 3-match T20 series against South Africa. And the CWI confirms single nomination for vice president role. That's the morning edition of news for today, Monday, August 26, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenada is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. And my family washes and irons in bulk.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenlec is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. And my family washes and irons in bulk.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street,
Good morning, folks. Good morning once again, and welcome to the conversation this morning. And as you can see this morning, I am honored to be in the presence of one of our recent Olympians. And with me in the studio is none other than beautiful, bright and sunny, smiling always, Miss Tilly Colomo. Good morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Wow. I am so honored to be in your company this morning. Before we get into the gist of your just concluded Olympic stint, tell us a little bit about Tilly.
So I grew up here. My parents owned a dive shop when I was younger, so I was always around the water. I learned to swim from a very young age, and when I was 6, I started to really train. Then I was selected to go to OECS competition, and that's what really started my drive for competing. And then from there, COVID hit. And so I wasn't able to compete or train. So once COVID stopped, or once the bans were lifted, I was able to compete, and I jumped at any opportunity to compete, which is what it was able to allow me to swim and just get better times and go to all these amazing competitions.
What does swimming mean to Tilly?
Swimming is my life. So school and swimming is all I've done for my entire life. I grew up around the water. I basically live at a beach. So it is my entire life, and I don't know what I would do without it, honestly.
Do you play any other sport?
I used to do a little bit of triathlon. I used to do karate. I did tennis at one point. I did a lot of other sports, but swimming was one of the only ones that really stuck with me.
Oh my goodness. I mean, this is inspirational, yeah? In terms of swimming, Grenada, you've competed in tournaments around the region, swim meets and so forth, and then, of course, the big one that you just came from in Paris. Grenada, what would you like to see from an organization standpoint in terms of getting our swimmers or athletes ready for regional and international competitions in terms of like the facilities and so forth?
So we've always struggled with the facilities because we have a short pool. It's only 25 yards, but the government of Grenada has started to implement, and they've been working with the Grenada Amateur Swimming Association to really start developing our swimming pool. And I think just having a proper 25-meter pool will help a lot. It will help a lot, especially for the younger swimmers who are now starting to develop and come up. It'll be inspirational, and it doesn't put you on the back foot, as in you're able to train in a pool that you can actually compete in, if that makes sense.
So that's a standard size?
Yes, 25 meters is standard size.
Okay.
Yes.
In your assessment with the junior swimmers in Grenada, do you think that we have good prospects?
We have so much talent in this country. I've seen so many amazing young swimmers. We just don't have the facilities yet to be able to harness that talent and push it forward. Every swimmer kind of gets to one point and then they sort of just stop. And I believe that we can go further as a country, and swimming can be developed. We just need the facilities to be able to develop it.
So the powers that be, you hear that, right? We have the great swimmers. All we need is the facilities, and you're going to get that.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us, your journey to Paris.
Yes.
How was that?
That was very interesting because I've just finished my exams, so I was struggling I was studying and I was trying to train at the same time, and it wasn't too much of a struggle because I have been doing that for my entire life, but obviously it's a much bigger competition, so I was a little bit stressed out. So as soon as I finished my exams, all I did was train. All I did was eat, sleep, train. That's all I thought about. And going to Paris, I was very excited. It's a very big meet. It's very big games. Everybody knows the Olympic Games. And meeting Karani for the first time was absolutely amazing. He's so sweet. And Lyndon, Victor, and Anderson, they're just amazing. And having a team like that was very helpful, especially because we're one of the smaller countries. We only had 6 athletes. So being around like the US, who had tons of athletes, it was just very nice to feel like you have a little home in the village, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You did not medal, right?
No, I didn't.
But I was looking at the news, and at one point your name was standing out in one of the events, one of the races that you took part in. What do you think you could have done differently that would have given you even greater success?
I believe that I trained as much as I could. I'm happy with my execution of the race. However, everybody wants a PB. I didn't quite make a personal best that time, but I was happy with the race. I think one thing that I might have changed was I didn't do my flip turn as well as I wanted, for example. And that's just one thing that I would change in training, which I'll be able to change for my next event.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, but you're still young, relatively young, 16 years old. That's young. And swimming is part of your life, as you said, but you also just claim that you just finished your exams.
Yes.
I always try to get youngsters, young people, to have a balance.
Yes.
All right, so yes, you have your swimming, but your academics, I'm also high on that. What are your academics plans?
So I recently got a scholarship to go to one of the top schools in the UK, and it's called Millfield, and they have some of the best sports facilities, but they also have some of the highest academic grades in the country. So I am very excited to go there and do my A-levels.
So Tilly, is Grenada going to lose Tilly Collymore?
No, I will never lose Grenada. Grenada will never lose me. This is my home, always will be, always has been. Even though I'm going to train in another country, they're never going to lose me.
Are you going to come back and represent Grenada in regional tournaments and so forth?
Of course, I hope to come back in November. There's OECS, which is in St. Vincent. I hope to represent Grenada there, and then I think Carifta is the next big one that I would like to. I've qualified, so I would like to go if they'll have me.
You're such an exciting person to talk with, Tilly. Young people nowadays tend to get sidetracked a lot.
Yes.
All right, and when they are sidetracked, they tend to, get themselves involved in deviant behaviors and so forth. What advice as a young lady can you give to your peers who might not be doing as well as you are? How can you encourage them?
One thing that I always think about is, if I saw somebody else acting this way, how would I react to that? And I've always just put my parents raised me as, you do well, you put in the work, you put in the effort, it will come eventually. And so I was never very social. Swimming is my social point, and so when I go to training and I talk to my friends before or after, that's like my social time. And then I would go to train, and then I would go back and study. One piece of advice I would give is, just as a young person, you don't always need to do what you see everybody else doing. Just sit and observe, and you don't have to say everything that's on your mind, because a lot of my friends will just speak and I just sit and I watch, and I'll talk to them after. I'll be like, did you have to say that? And they're like, no, I didn't have to. And I was like, yeah, so just think about that next time. Yeah, because I have quite a few younger friends, because there aren't a lot of older swimmers anymore, so I just try and be a mentor for the younger ones.
So in essence, you dwell by that saying, a still tongue keeps a wise head.
Yes.
Tilly, who can you identify as some of the persons who were very instrumental in your development as a swimmer, as an individual?
So as an individual, my parents have played a very big part in my life. They are always active in my life. They've always supported me as much as they physically could. I would say, honestly, Karani is I'm one of his biggest fans. He was a very big inspiration to me. I watched him win his medal when I was like 4 years old. I was really young when he won his medal, and just watching him was amazing. And I thought, well, I'm not very good at running, but I'll try another sport. And I would say my coaches, my first coach, Coach Carlton, he was very strict with me. He was very, very strict. He was not always the nicest person, but he was such a good coach, and he was very instrumental in the swimmer that I am now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, 10 years from now,
yes,
where do we see Tilly?
So 10 years from now, I would have liked to compete at the Olympics. I would have liked to have qualified. I would say I would still be swimming. I don't know if at the same level, because that would be quite old. Well, 26, yeah. But I would like to be in med school by that time, or if not graduated by then. And just I would still be a very big voice in the swimming community in the Caribbean. I would like to be. I've always been an advocate for swimming and for female sports in general. I will still have a very big role to play in the Caribbean and sports in general.
In our pre-conversation, you said you're getting into medicine, but you prefer to be a surgeon. Why not sports medicine?
So I believe sports medicine is amazing. I really tip my hat to the people who do sports medicine. However, I've always just been interested in surgery. It's just always been... I love the TV show Grey's Anatomy. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not, but that was one of my favorite TV shows, and I actually learned quite a lot from it. Not only, like... I learned a lot from it, and it just sparked an interest in me. And my auntie, my godmother, she's a vet, and she introduced me to surgery originally, and that just really fascinated me. And I've always just had a passion for helping people, so yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness. This is, Juliana Asante says, "Go girl, love your direction." Veronica Sandy says, "You can do it, young lady. I wish you all the best." Catherine Phillips says, "Thank you, Miss Collimo. You are an inspiration to our young people." Sharon Bartholomew says, "She sounds so sweet. I wish her all the best in her endeavors. This young lady is so articulate. Kudos to you, young lady. You will get the medal next time."
No, thank you so much, everybody. The support I've received is overwhelming, and yeah.
A quick question. You said you saw Kirani medal when you were just about 4, because that was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Prior to you all meeting in the Olympics now, have you established connection with him?
No. So I had never met him before. I had never really reached out because I didn't know how to. I also just thought it will happen organically. So even though I was very eager to meet him, I didn't push it. And no, he is just an amazing person. Yeah.
And having interacted with him one-on-one now in the Paris Olympics, what was the feeling like?
I felt very starstruck. It really was like talking to a celebrity, and he was really sweet. He was very compassionate. It was just interesting watching him prepare for his race. He was in his head, like he was clear-headed. Like he would still talk to you, but he was just by himself. I think I watched him meditate, and I watched him meditate, and it was just very inspirational, because very often athletes will want to be with other people like before their race, but he was just by himself. He was very sedentary. He was very connected to himself, and that was very inspirational and powerful, I think.
And what's your method?
My method, it is very similar. I like to listen to music, especially when I walk out onto the stadium. I listen to my music, and the night before I'll visualize at least 2 months preparing before my race. I'll just visualize my race over and over. And Michael Phelps is who I learned that from. He would visualize every single race that he did. And so that's what I do. Because if it was good enough for him, it's definitely good enough for me.
In swimming, do you see yourself getting a gold medal one day on the international stage?
That is the dream. I have dreamed about that since I can remember. I would absolutely love to. And I believe that with the right facilities, with the right training, I believe I can.
You know what? I believe you will.
Thank you.
I believe you will. With that sort of mentality and that drive, I know a lot of kudos must go to your parents. They must be so proud of you.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Give
them my regards.
I will. Thank you.
So is there anything you'd like to tell the listening audience, especially the young people? I really want you to take up an ambassadorial role for our young people, a mentorship kind of role. Mm-hmm. Motivate some young people out there.
Okay. I would just like to say, even if it doesn't feel like it right now, if you train hard enough, if you put in the work, you genuinely work hard for it, it will come eventually. I wasn't a good swimmer when I was younger. I never won medals, and I would get upset. And my mum was just like, to give it time, it will come. And it has come. So all I can say is keep at it, don't give up, because the second you give up, you're definitely not going to get it, if that makes sense.
Yes. If you give up, you can't get it.
Yeah.
All right. Yulin Alexander says, I really love to hear how she speaks. Good to see young people striving to improve themselves. Marlon D. Dawn, I'm proud of you. I believe you can. Julian, I love your direction. Speak it into existence, young lady. You can do it. Beautiful and humble.
Thank you.
Grenada is behind you.
Thank you.
I am behind you. And despite the fact that distance might be a little, a little thing now, but your heart is home.
Yes.
And we will see you again.
Yes, of course.
Tilly, I want to wish you all the best. And my good friend Pele Dabo says, great interview, very articulate, a joy to my ears.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, that's one of the things that is even more impressive, your ability to articulate, what's in your head.
Thank you.
Because sometimes we find very good athletes, but when it comes to an interview, they, not as good as they were on the track or the field. But you are the bomb. High five.
Thank you.
Yeah. Folks, I just want to say thank you to Tilly and keep on doing your great job. Do your best. And as you yourself said, you stick to it, you put in the hard work, the results will come.
Yes.
All the best, Tilly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Folks, I was speaking there with Miss Tilly Collymore, Olympic swimmer, just coming back from the Paris Olympics. Although she did not medal, but she gave a great account of herself. We are all so proud of her and all our Olympians. We take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenlec is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. And my family washes and irons in bulk.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenlec is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. And my family washes and irons in bulk.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sits, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlec, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Carib Breweries, Coop Bank, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 26 minutes on to 8 o'clock. And of course, I've got with me in studio another beautiful lady. This morning is my morning, man. You know? And no, the guest this morning is Miss Josephine Walters, representing Ariza, of course. And of course, good morning.
Good morning, my dear. How are you?
I am doing fine.
I hope you had a splendid weekend.
The cold is battering me down, man.
It is?
Yeah,
it's a bad one.
Wow.
So
yeah,
don't entertain it.
No, well, I'm trying my best not to fever and all, you know, but I'm a fighter.
But you're here, commitment.
I'm a fighter.
Actually,
great things are happening in Ariza.
It threw a couple jabs at me, but
yeah, no, it's this is more than the cold, man. This is more than the flu.
It threw a couple jabs at me.
It's it came on, then I fought it off, and then it punched back. Mm-hmm. You know, but
it make attack back.
Yeah, it make attack back. I ain't bothering with him. Great things are happening at Ariza. You just have a new president of your board of directors.
We do. That's Mrs. Alana Chumbarima.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's a nice name. That's a nice name.
She actually is an author. She is has a legal background. She's a lawyer. She now lectures at St. George's University.
She's Grenadian?
Of course she's Grenadian.
The surname doesn't sound Grenadianish.
Yes, well, I'll tell you. She was Braffit and is now Mrs. Tumbarima.
Okay, I get the drift. Things happen and the name changed.
I tell you.
Yeah.
So last year is when she joined us on the board, and now she's the president of the board of directors.
Okay, so let me ask this: if you are able to divulge, as president of the board of directors, what are some of your roles and functions?
Oh, well, you see, you have a lot of decision making because the board, of course, helps to steer the direction of the company.
Okay.
So, as director, you have quite a few you're wearing quite a hat.
Okay, all right.
Because you're at that decision-making level.
Okay.
Your policies
the
and all of
direction
that, yes.
of the credit union,
Yes.
of the organization,
Yes.
and everything like that.
And she's big on service.
Okay.
And one of her, if I should see one of the quotations that she used, it really is about once you serve people well, the word would get around.
Yeah.
People will tell people. And so she believes in Ariza. Obviously, for her, it's a fulfillment of a dream.
Right. Okay.
To help to continue to steer this ship in the right direction.
To be at the helm of one of the leading financial institutions on island, it is a prestigious thing.
And Mr. Lord, of course, is our CEO, Mervyn Lord. He's welcomed her, and they've worked together for a year already. So he believes that they're going to do great things together.
Well, of course, I mean, the evidence is already there. I mean, Ariza have been starring, you know. You look at the financial reports and things like that. Where have you heard of people getting rebate on loan payments of that amount and so forth?
It is a first.
That's a lot in itself. That in itself speaks volumes. So the effects of the personnel behind the scenes are already showing.
It's showing. It is showing.
So again, kudos to Ariza.
Yes.
Yes.
And also, obviously, our team, we spoke about it. So our team did go to the U.S. last week, and yesterday they were at Toronto Day. Grenada Day, Toronto. Grenada Day, Toronto. And I saw some of the pictures. I can't share them with you. I didn't have time to send them.
Okay.
Saw some very familiar faces.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
I saw Black Wizard and...
I saw Wizard.
Inspector
and Lydia and... I saw them.
All of them were there, yeah.
So, obviously, you're there, you're the 100% Grenadian, homegrown. And so why not go there and meet your people, the Grenadians, who are obviously very happy to see us and to be a part of this great institution.
And Josephine, you know, that's a very bold and a very prolific step here. Not very often you find local financial institutions looking that much at the folks in the diaspora to want to have that physical appreciation with them, you know, to be there in person. So that in itself is another milestone.
Well, you know, we are big on the diaspora. I mean, there is immigration, there is migration. You can't stop that. There's movement of people and skills, and I may be qualified, yes, but I don't necessarily want to make this my home. Maybe marriage brought me further afield. Maybe economic circumstances brought me there, and I'm doing better there. And so because I live there doesn't mean that I shouldn't own a bit of home. And if we can bring it to you, why not? Not everybody is going to come home, or maybe as frequently. And sometimes when they come, they really do not have the time. You would find that some of them would come and say, well, I'm coming back. I need to get, or they didn't come with everything that they needed. And then they have to, before you know it, they turn around and the time is gone.
Right.
So it was, we advertised it, and obviously they were happy that we came along and we came through for them. So that was a big deal, and it's a first for the Grenada Day Toronto.
I think, you know, when I look at it, you know, from the reverse side, it is a very, very marked decision to interact with the folks in the diaspora.
We do also have a dedicated diaspora desk.
Right.
So this individual, the person stationed at that desk, really deals with the diaspora only.
Wow.
And to get in touch with that person, you can email diaspora@arizacu.com.
Okay.
That's just diaspora.
Wow.
That's how big we are on the diaspora.
Wow, that's awesome. You know, it's so important to get this sort of word out to the public, because sometimes the public don't know.
No, it is, and they need to know.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can go to our Facebook page and send a message. It would go to the diaspora desk, and that person would deal with you. But there's 4151990 as well, which you can send a WhatsApp to that number or call, and all of that goes straight to the diaspora desk.
Wow, Ariza is just heating it where it has to be hit.
Well, see, what would happen too, to be quite honest, is that sometimes in seasons like this, August, when people come home on vacation, you have that crowd that comes in. So you know definitely, that they would appreciate you bringing the service to them.
Yes.
And being able to sit. Sometimes when you come in, you can't get as much attention as you would like, because there's a lot that you would like to ask. So once you sit with them in that more informal setting, you find that more would come out. Maybe there are things that we're missing, that they want. Maybe there are other ways that we can serve them, and so we're there for that purpose. Okay. And so we fulfill that.
It's like what Swiss said, take it to them.
Take it to them.
Yeah.
Take it to them. Find them where they are. Take it to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It must happen.
I love that.
So it's you have to go out there and find your people. Let them know that you care.
That's a great initiative. Really, really.
Well, we're just happy that we finally got to doing it. We discussed it last year and it didn't materialize, but this year it did. So we're thankful for that.
Good.
And awesome August is still awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. How's awesome August going?
Well, you should be telling me. It's going well. Yeah. And just to say, because we have a couple, school is soon. School is reopening. And some people would like to get a little financial assistance. Yeah. Maybe to send the children back to school and get everything in order. The hurricane season is not over. You might want to strengthen the roof. You might want to do some battening down of the windows. You might want to strengthen those too. We can take nothing for granted. So we're making it available. It's $25,000, $35,000, and $50,000.
Okay.
Quick turnaround. Mm-hmm. And for those who are not yet members, you can become a member and apply on the same day. So somebody called and said, but this is not the usual Arisa. Well, we do step out of the norm. We're not boxed in. So it's just a promotion. Yeah. And for that promotional period, you no longer have to wait 6 months to be a member. You can become a member today and apply for your loan today. Mm-hmm.
Wow, Arisa I remember seeing a commercial out of England once, and a guy picked up an item on a shelf and said, what's wrong with this? Is this something, is it spoiled? Are you people crazy? Why is it so cheap? Sometimes I tend to think that you're crazy in them, and this kind of offers.
You think so?
It's it's just off the hook.
But you have to meet people where they are. That's one of the other things. You have to know your customers, know what their needs and their wants are. And sometimes you might have the money. It's not that you don't have the cash, but it is to dip into your savings. It's very difficult to build it back up.
Yeah.
It is sometimes easier to service a loan than it is to build your savings.
Yeah. And Arisa time and time again keeps showing me that it's really fulfilling the mandate of the credit union. People helping people. And that is so important. Sometimes I'm tempted to believe that some institutions, after a while, their main focus is just the profit margin and forget the people behind it.
Yes.
But
no, we haven't lost touch with the people. And as you said that, we just delivered last week, I think it was 150 mattresses to Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and 150 bags as well, supplies. The total actually is $150,000 that has been pumped into the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So we had, and managers at the highest level continue to visit, spend a week, spend 3 days. So you have Mr. Lord, you have Mr. Charles, you have Mr. Jetram who have visited, and because you have to give moral support to your team.
And your branch up there is open and functioning.
Yes,
right.
And you have to let the wider public know that you're there. It's not just in the good times.
Right.
So a couple of staff members from Grenada went up to help with the distribution. And I think the items were well received. Of course, we're not going to publicize
who the recipients
receiving. No, you'll see shots of the mattresses and so, but the items, but definitely not necessarily the recipients. But they were really happy. We have members, and we have to take care of our members.
That's what.
And you will hear more about the package that we offer the members as well.
That's awesome. In August.
Awesome. Very, very awesome. Yes.
All right. So what else is buzzing?
Well, I'm not going to give you everything today.
Okay.
Because
save some for later.
Yeah. At least not right now. Yeah. So just to say, we welcome on board Mrs. Tumbarima.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to great things. I know management and the board of directors are, along with staff, our assistants to Carriacou and the diaspora. I mean, that was big.
Right.
So the team should be back soon, and you'd hear from one of them.
Well, as always, give our love and our appreciation.
You and Mr. Whiteman again.
Yeah, Mr. Whiteman, that's, Mr. Whiteman and I, we go way back, right?
I know.
Way back. In the early days of banking, he was then NCBI was in Barclays.
Oh, wow.
And stuff. So we were the young crop of bankers.
Yes.
He always really smart than me.
I was in NCBI as well,
No, but you were down here.
We could discuss that.
Yeah. Yeah, we were Grenville boys.
Yes.
Grenville boys. But no, I mean, holistically speaking, your team at Arise, always ever so happy and left in awe with the level of customer service that you all, display. There's a young lady from Paradise that I've watched her grow, and she's now a big lady, and you can see that Arise is showing on her, so again,
what a way to put it.
Yeah, Riser has a way of transforming people. I think you all invest a lot in customer
lives.
Yeah, transforming lives, your employees, and ensuring that they're always at the top of their game as it relates to customer service.
When we turned 75 a couple of years ago, it was 75 transforming lives.
Right.
Because you look at the transformation, and I remember now deceased Madonna
Harford, yes,
who was on one of our committees, saying to me, everything I have, I owe it to the credit union.
Yeah. So again, give my regards to your team, and
I will
continue sharing the information, visiting as regular as you possibly can.
I will try.
And I hope that one day I can call Mr. Lord and say, Mr. Lord, I'm not feeling well. Could you have Josephine host the program here for me this morning?
Why not? We have that collaboration.
Yes,
but I hope it's not because you're not feeling well. I want you to feel well. So thanks again.
Yeah,
it's always a pleasure to be here. And thanks to your team at GBN.
And keep on doing your great work at Arise.
Thank you, my dear. We're trying.
Folks, we take a quick break. We'll be back. We've got the promotion for Real Value IGA forthcoming. Don't you go anywhere.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenlec is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. And my family washes and irons in bulk.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicle insurance, free hub TV and internet, free electricity, free code.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. It's 8 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. And that's the time. We've got 8 minutes in which we can have a brief conversation. What's happening in your neck of the woods? I'd like to hear from you. 435-2041. That's the number you can call. Lydia Cameron says the young lady should try to make some time to get into a few schools to give some motivational speeches to the young women, and it don't have to be about sports, just motivation in general. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Innocent. How are you, sweetheart?
I am doing fine. How about you?
You're not doing fine because you are under the weather. I get you.
All right.
You know, I want to speak about two little pieces this morning. Innocent, I see a video with this little child that died in the hospital. And looking at the picture earlier on, and then you see another picture again, and Innocent, you could say is about a day after that child deteriorates so bad. I wish they look at that situation very carefully and see if it's not something that new that developed. Because I can't understand how a body could come down so quick. To me, like something in that body deteriorate that body so fast based on the picture that I see and the last day. To compare that two picture, that's a serious case.
Okay.
And over the weekend, this man that lost his both hands, Innocent, my spirit was real trouble. I'm thinking about just a month ago, that man had it two hands. And look the situation, the man go to work. And look today, somebody had to feed that man. Somebody have to do everything for that man. That man lost his both hand. In a sense, it's not easy to adjust in that situation, you know. That is why you hear the word of God saying, everything give thanks. I just want to say to the family, I hear he recently married to his wife and the other family. No words can give the support you all need, especially that young man that lose his both hand. Innocent, it really, really hurt my spirit. Just, I don't know the person, but just thinking about what happened, how that man was, and look at how he come today in a short time. I ain't lying to tell you, life tough.
Yeah, it's touching, very touching.
Real tough.
Yeah.
So my brother, nothing I could say to give you back your hand. And I know, Innocent, if that man get all the money in the world, he will trade it to get back his both hands, but that would never happen. So we
just have to hope that with the technologies that are available today, they can do something to us,
But I see people get back hand already, but the hand can walk.
Yeah, well,
when God give you something, you know what he's doing, boy.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the only thing I could say, be courageous.
Yep.
And be strong to all his family and friends is very touching.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, my dad.
All right, thanks. Have a good one. Good, bye-bye. 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. At 8, we join the BBC for that bulletin of news. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Innocent. I was trying to reach you offline, but you'll not get unlucky, man.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have a little losses there. Would I like to throw out something on that?
Okay, well, go ahead.
Yeah, well, one scooter, Crick's motorcycle, was stolen at Wildwoods Park on the Sunday, the 18th of August. I don't know anyone having any information on that bike so that I can retrieve it. The number is P2135.
So like that is a thing of the day now, because I understand so many motor scooters have been stolen.
Yeah, P2135. It was stolen between the hours of 7 and 9 o'clock. And I would like this. It's very important to me. I'd like to get it back. So I'm giving my number is 403-5362 or 444-4781. And I can report it to any police station. I'm giving a reward of $1,000 for anyone could give the information to retrieving that bike and a special gift.
All right. Say the numbers again, please.
403-5362. 444-4781.
Okay. All right. I'll keep throwing it out, right?
Yeah, thank you very
blessings,
much.
And we'll be in touch. Good. All right, it's 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. What's going on with this? I'm hearing so many different stories of motor scooters being stolen. What's up with this now? That's a new trend? That's trending? Good morning to the rank and file of the RGPF. Inspector Leon McQueen, good morning to you, sir. Your task cut out for you, man. Good morning. It's 2 minutes away from 8. We have 2 minutes left. I don't know if anybody else wants to. Yeah, this the situation with the gentleman from Grenada, man, it's really, really touching. While at that, good morning to the management and staff at Grenada, the entire management and staff, especially Miss Courtney Francis. Good morning to you and your team. Good morning, caller.
Good morning to you, Innocent.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I managed to sneak in.
Yes.
Oh, I'm learning about this incident with this gentleman lost both hands.
Yeah, the gentleman from
Grenada. I thought I saw it somewhere flashed on a chat group that I'm on, but I've never heard anything else about it. Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world. And where there is life, there is hope.
There is hope, yes.
And we are in a world today where great things can still happen for this gentleman. It's not the end of the world for him, and I wish him and his family good luck and God's richest blessings and a very positive spirit as he moves forward in life.
Okay.
But I'm worried about something else too, I'm innocent about our people in our country. People seem to be so angry, and I would add so scared. Why is everyone so armed to his or her teeth that whenever there's an altercation, everybody seems prepared to take another person's life? Are we so afraid of each other that even when we're going to enjoy entertainment, or we're going down the road, that we have to walk so prepared to defend ourselves?
Yeah, it's a sad state.
Yes, to me it's a serious thing. And to me it's not just that people are violent, but they seem to be very angry, that they would lash out in such a way. And it also that they're very fearful of their own people. Because I don't see why, if I'm going out, that the first thing on my mind is to have an offensive weapon or a defensive weapon, as you may put it. So I think it's something that we have to look into, and we have to find a way, look into what is causing this anger and this fear that has overtaken our country, that every misunderstanding, every altercation seems to end up in violence.
And loss of
too
life.
many cases, loss of life.
Yeah.
So it bothers me.
Okay.
It bothers me that we afraid one another too much, and we hate one another so much that we have to kill for the slightest thing. Have a wonderful day. May God bless our nation.
Yeah. God bless you too, bro. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, folks, this is where we end it for today. We've got to end it. Thank you very much for your contributions and participation. And we look forward to another one if the good Lord spare our lives tomorrow. We've got to join the BBC for that bulletin of news already in progress.
Our reporter Abdul Jalil.